Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Peter, for the warm welcome. Thank you for the privilege to teach. I am so excited to be doing this. I always love to share knowledge that that has the capacity to change people's lives, especially when implemented. So I do not take this opportunity for granted. My name is Dumomidre Jaye, and I have been assigned this topic, building a profitable business as a student. Yeah. So yes, meet me. My name is Dumomidre Jaye. I'm God's light bearer, and that's the foundation of my business actually. And I'm a medical student in my third year of Obafemi Awolowo University. I am the founder of the Earlier brand. The Earlier brand is a merch store. We make branded items such as customized t-shirts, customized journals. We make notepads too. We make a lot of things, stickers, just things that are beautiful and customized and make like people to know who you are without saying much. For example, look at my shirt. If anybody sees this shirt, this person knows what I'm about. It knows that I'm a Christian and I do quite a number of things. So this is just one of our many products on my shirt. So yes, that's what I look like. I'm sorry I could not open my video tonight, but I'm just excited to do this. And yes, I started my YouTube channel last year, November, by the grace of God, and I'm also a content creator. I've just started calling myself a content creator actually, but then I've been creating content for quite a while. Yes, we'll just go right into the topic. And I love the way Mr. Peter already gave us heads up that, people can be in business and it's not profitable, right? I'm sorry, please, if you want to call my attention to anything, let me know, Mr. Peter. So I will just let me know because I'm just seeing my screen in front of me. What
Okay.
is a
No.
profitable business? Yeah, thank you. A profitable business is one that generates revenue and exceeds its expenses, resulting in a positive net income or profit. So in business, business is not all about making money because you will spend money. You will spend money. It will shock you. And funny enough, I had no prior I had prior knowledge of business, but then I had not experienced business until I started my brand. So I started my brand April 2022. Yes, we'll be clocking 1 year very soon, and God has brought us really far, right? But then before then, I had no experience of business. I had even been telling myself that it is like I've been so afraid of selling. Like I never believed that I could sell. I believe that I'm just a career person. Of course, I'm studying medicine. I will just go to work every day, and then at the end of the day, I will get paid salary and all of that, right? Well, because I was really afraid of selling. Because me, I was like, all these people that used to say, "Come and buy what I'm selling." I say, me, I cannot join them to be doing that one. No, I cannot join them to come and be. I cannot join people um to come and be begging other people to come and buy from me, right? So I shut out business totally from my plans, from my life plans, but God said no. So a profitable business is one that you will spend a lot of money, yet the amount you are spending is way lesser than what you are getting. And in business, you see there's so many things you won't know about business until you enter. Because what you see outside it's not what is inside business. Business looks glamorous. You think, the CEO of T's Empire, CEO of Labake's collection, they're making a lot of money. They might not be making money. It might be something else that's funding their lifestyle because business is not like what it looks on the outside. It is a lot. You have to do a lot of calculation, a lot of strategy, planning, and everything, right? But let's just go. Yes, that's what I was trying to say in this slide, that business is not beans. It is not as easy as it looks. Building a profitable business as a student can be challenging, but it is not possible. It is not impossible, rather, it is very, very, very possible. Now, what did I say a profitable business is? A profitable business is a business in which you are your income is way more than your expenses. So if you are in business and your expenses are way more than your income, haha, that thing is going to come crashing down because there's no way you can go about it. Unless, of course, if you get funding and all these loans and everything. Yeah. So let's just go right into it. So what are the things you want to do before to build a business that is profitable? When I asked my mentor or somebody I look up to before I started my business, I was like, Oga, Chief, I want to start so and so. And I was like, what should I do? And he said, count the cost. And I was like, what's he trying to tell me? And okay, I put a Bible verse there. Luke chapter 14, verse 28. I will just go on to read it now. For which of you, intending to build a tower, seated not down and counted the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? So this counting the cost, it came about because, of course, I'm a medical student. How do you want to do this thing? Because he knew that business was a lot, which that I was just going into business, I didn't know. I didn't exactly know. My only fear before I entered business was that will people buy from me? Because of course you want a lot of people to buy from you. How much stress will I have to go through before people buy from me? But I was not thinking of all the other things. So business involves a lot: branding, marketing, strategy, customer satisfaction, social media management, sourcing for product, invoicing, product stocking. It's a lot. And this is not exactly a business class, right? It's just to teach you how you can go about building a profitable business even as a student. So when you want to start your business, in case you have not started, you want to do your research. What are the demands of this business? For example, if you want to start a catering business in school, hey, like cooking and delivery, like you want to start cooking for other people, like you cook for them and other. Cooking is not easy. What are the demands of this business? If I stop doing it, what do I have to lose? Like if I stop doing it, will it affect me? Because you might have to stop at the end of the day if you can't um juggle it with your academics. And like, would I have to drop my academics to focus on business? Like, is the business going to be my main focus, or I will still have to do academics alongside? Or, for example, if your aim is to get a first class, right? And you now have a business that takes a lot of your time, say up to like 10 hours per day. What time would you have to go to class? What time would you have to read? Right? So you have to look at all these things. And for students, it's very advisable to take on businesses that won't require much of your time, like buying and selling. Like you stock products and then people buy, or just look for. And it also like depends on your interest. It depends on your interest. What are you interested in? What do you find easy? For example, somebody can take up social media management as their business because they are fast, they can do it easily. But then if another person takes it up, they might have hard time catching up. They might have to waste a lot of time doing their research, doing whatever they have to do on that business, right? So look at yourself. What can you do? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What will business take away from you if you start it? Is it worth it? How much would you be making from the business? Like, is it going to worth it? Like, the time you are putting in, is it going to be measurable? Like, is it going to be like side by side balance with the money, the time you are spending on the business? Is it going to be measurable pari passu with the money you are making from the business? Just count these costs. Check within yourself. Don't do something because others are doing it. Ha ha. That's the biggest mistake you make. Yes, of course, you can, maybe start a business that is in trend, but don't do things before you are like, for example, if you want to start a perfume. I remember when I was considering the business thing, although God had not given me a go ahead because I was looking for a source of income, right? And this girl, she was my friend. She was making a lot of money from selling perfumes. And like it was entering my eye. I was like, do you want me to just start selling this thing? But the fear of people not buying from me was still there. Yeah. And but then I took a step. I was like, okay, let me just make part payments the um for the wholesale this thing. And I was not thinking within myself, I'm not a perfume person. Like I, I, perfumes don't freak me out. If I have just one perfume, I'm fine. If my perfume finishes and I'm not able to get one for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, I'm okay. So why would I now start selling perfume? It will be hard because it is not something that comes from my inside, right? So just count the cost. Would you have to change your personality because of the business? Yeah, yeah. But so this point is just a lot, right? Think about it very well, and God will help you. On my next point, identify a profitable niche. This niche thing is very tricky, right? And you think that niche is supposed to be commensurate with your interest. Yes, passion has to be there, but that business idea that is coming to your head, does it solve a particular solution? Now, for my business, what's the solution my business is providing? My business, we make things customized for people and make it so personal, and they'll feel happy. They'll feel very happy. Like there is not one person that gets my product that is not excited about it. And now I know my point, my pain point. My pain point is their emotions. So all my products have to appeal to their emotions. And one thing I noticed from my knowledge so far is that when you appeal to people's emotions, like that's a very, very good market, right? So like the basic needs of man, is it feeding, is it shelter, is it clothing, just or just anything. Look for a gap in the market that you can fill. For example, my business now, okay, yes, there are people that are doing my business, but I considered my location. People want, okay, yes, people see the kind of things my business does on Instagram, right? And every time they're asking, they want, but um it cannot get to them, or they run away because of delivery price. So it's like, if I start this thing here, all the people that want from Instagram, they are coming to buy from me because they're getting it at without stress for delivery, right? So look for the need that is not being met, or a problem that you can solve. The thing is, a business that solves problems always lasts long. For example, look at Dangote. Dangote is solving like 1,000,001 problems. Is it spaghetti? Is it cement? Is it sugar? Is it what are they selling? Just look for problem, and that's what business should be based about. Don't do business because you just feel like it. Don't do business because you want to make money. Because if your product or the service you are providing um is not solving a problem, Mwakpembe, you will stay there because people will not even look at you, right? People will not look at you. Then the next thing you want to do is to start small. Don't start your business day one of launch, and you're already buying things in millions and all. You have to introduce your brand to people small by small, small by small. But that you started small does not mean that you stay small. Like, you start small, and it's essential that you grow your business so that you can gain more experience and capital. So as you started small, you ask people, what do you think about my business? How can I be better? And then you go back to the drawing board, see how you can be better, and then you come back and then you give them another thing that will blow their minds. That's how to run a business. Just keep providing solutions, and your solutions can even come from your users. So like, you run surveys. What do you think my business can do better? What do you think that we should be doing that we are not doing? And from there you come up, like, if you are working alone, fine, because as I am now, I still work alone on my business, right? But then as time goes on, you might have to like say, "You guys, I cannot do this alone," or who is willing to help, maybe for a small pay. And then as your business grows, you're now employing people to help you and all. So yes, start small. You can start small. Feel free to start small, but don't stay small. Start small, but don't stay small. Always look at the bigger picture. As time goes on, set goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals. even monthly goals. You can even start from monthly goals. That, okay, this is how I want my business to be growing. Just make sure that there is a growth plan for your business. The next thing that you want to do is to leverage your network. This cannot be overemphasized. You know, they say your network is your net worth or something like that. Yes, I agree. Because even up till now, that my business is almost clocking 1 year, I have not had to run any Instagram or WhatsApp advertisements. My brand, as of now, because it can change over time, thrives on word word of mouth referrals. So somebody buys something from me, they love it, they really like it, and then they are proud of it and everything. Because my product, you will always be proud to show it off, yeah. And they tell their person, this is what I got from this person. Give me a contact, let me to buy. Give me a contact, let me to buy. Or people just talk about you anyhow, and where that can come from is how you treat them. So you don't treat your friends, family, classmates, everybody as people that don't matter to your business, because everybody matters. You don't know who will tell your story to maybe Aliko Dangote, and you said I want to come and buy from you or just sponsor your business. So treat everybody right, all right. And even as you are treating them right, just encourage them to talk about your business. Maybe when they are going out, don't forget I'm selling this. So you can, on your WhatsApp, ask them who is willing to help me share my broadcast, right? You don't know where it can get to. So use your network of friends, family, classmates, because the university community is a rather interesting one, and don't underestimate it. Don't take it for granted. We have people that with potential that we don't know where they will reach now, like where they will reach now and even in the future. And trust me, everybody is watching. Everybody is watching. You might think that they are not watching you, or you think that maybe there are no engagements, people are not saying, giving you fire, whenever people are not patronizing you, but they are watching, right? So, and it depends on you too. If you are very hardworking, you're putting your all into your business, and people are like, wow, you're doing so well. They'll be encouraged, they'll be proud of your brand, and they'll be so happy to even advertise it to their world. So yes, that's it. Leverage your network. Do not play with your network. Don't take them for granted. Don't underestimate them. To the next step, focus on customer satisfaction. This is one way that you will get more customers, and even they will keep coming back. So customer satisfaction should be your top priority. Make sure that even after your products are good and excellent, that's one thing. Your products must be good and very, very excellent. Very excellent, right? So that you have a unique selling point even from your competitors. Then your customer service should be exceptional. Make people always love to come back to you. It can be you give them free treats, like maybe you had an extra treat, extra something, maybe a word of encouragement, a card, just something that will make them feel so good that them buying from you is not ordinary. And it can be the most little things. So of recent, I started adding affirmation cards to my deliveries. Like, they were not expecting it. Like, I've not publicly announced it that affirmation cards come with all deliveries. But then when they see, they're so happy. They'll even be happy to tell others about your business, and that way your business grows, right? Your business grows. So customer satisfaction should be your top priority. See, all these points, they have courses on them. They have courses on them that you might want to dig into, right? So, next point, use online platforms. So when I was in 100 level, there's this thing that people do. I was living in the school hostel, but then people go from room to advertise their products, right? And just tell people to come and buy and everything. But ever since I started my business, I have not had to do that. And yes, we are still profitable, very profitable. Is somebody talking?
I have a question. Yes.
Please type
I
in
have
your
one question.
question. Type in your question,
Questions.
please.
It's not your time for questions. Don't worry, you have the time to ask your questions. Thank you.
There's time for questions, please. Yeah, thank you. So yes, um, as I was saying, so like I've not had to go from room to room, although of course in places where I find myself, I talk about what I do because of course why not? Why should I not? I talk, but then most of what I do is online. So people see what they want to buy online. I show them live videos if they want to do. I use my WhatsApp, I use Instagram, I use TikTok, I use Twitter, I use an e-commerce website. Yes, I use an e-commerce website. That's Bumper. I don't use an online marketplace yet because my product um is quite, will I say, specific, or you have to be in connection, direct communication with the customer. So for online marketplaces are places like Jumia, Konga, Gigi.com, that you can just put your product. People will see it when they go on Google to search that product, and boom, you have a sale, right? So yes, and all this is just so that you can get more people to come, like to buy from you. So make sure that even your social media pages, they are optimized enough to make people buy from you. Not you have social Instagram page and you have only one picture there. How do you expect people to trust you that you're not a scam to buy from you, right? So that's not about online platforms. Make sure that you have a very, very solid online presence, that people are talking about your business online. You yourself, you're talking about your business online. Then another thing you want to do is to learn from failures. Failures happen, they would happen, right? But you should be prepared to face setbacks and failures on the way. Failures will happen, I'm telling you. You will realize that even like when you start, things will not be rosy. Things will not be rosy. Use these experiences as learning opportunities to improve your business. So whenever maybe failure happens, go back to the drawing board. Look at where you missed it. What should you have done? What shouldn't you have done? Who should you have talked to? What Just learn. There are so many times I have, clashes with customers. And I go back to the drawing board. I'm like, what did I do wrong? What part of my operation process did I get it wrong? And from that day, I will say, okay, yes, I'm going to amend this and improve. So that way I'm improving. See, failures are one of the best places to learn from. If you don't learn from failures, I don't know what else you are doing, right? So be prepared to face setbacks. Everything will not always be rosy. If you are selling food, if you are selling food, it's not every day that people will buy from you. At first, you might sometimes food might spoil, and that's like failure, right? So you go back to the drawing board. What should I have done better? What should I have done to make people buy from me so that everything will finish? So be prepared to learn from failures. Then balance your studies and business. I'm sure this is what everybody was waiting for. But the main reason we went to school is not for business. The main reason is academics. So you look at your schedule, you know that immediately you start business, your schedule has to adjust. Your schedule has to adjust. You have to make sure that one does not suffer for another. And in most cases, it's usually the studies that suffer, because I've been there, trust me, I've been there. Business is so interesting. It's very interesting. You're getting to meet new people every day. You're encountering different scenarios, different challenges. Today, if it's not delivery, tomorrow is your supplier, next tomorrow is driver, right? And it's so easy to get sucked in. But what I did was that, okay, I'm like, let business time be business time. So every day, maybe when I go for classes, or when I just have specific time blocks for my studies alone, that I'm not attending to anything business. Business can wait. Not wait too long now, but then it can wait 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Maybe you can switch off your phone to read your books, or when you're in class, you pay attention. Please don't miss classes because of business. Don't. But in all, you will just have to, now you know that you have to work extra. If your mates are sleeping 8 hours, you might not have the luxury to sleep 8 hours. You might just sleep 6 hours. Then you put 2 hours into your study. Then maybe when your mates are studying, you can do something business. You get, just set a schedule and prioritize your time to ensure that you can effectively manage both. Now is not the time to now be scrolling on, Instablog Nigeria and just be laughing, scrolling from video to video on TikTok. You know that there is quite a lot on your hands. So to effectively manage both, see, time is something that we can't get more of, right? And everybody has equal time. So the issue here now is time. Make sure that anything that you are doing it well and effectively. It's easy to say that you are reading for 3 hours, and when you are reading for 3 hours, your head is going through a lot. A lot of things are going through your head, right? And you are thinking, God, I did not answer this customer. God, this delivery man has not come. This kinikon. But learn to shut out time, like learn to shut out business when it's time for books. And and it's very, very easy to shut out books when it's time for business, right? But learn to shut out business when it's time for your books. Then the next thing you want to do is to have mentors and coaches. Very, very important. Mentors and coaches, they shorten your learning curve. And I'm where I am today because I have people that I look up to directly and indirectly. I have people that I can learn from. I have people that I am accountable to. I'll be like, boss, this thing happened. How can I manage it? So and so happened. How can I manage it, right? Just make sure that you have somebody that you're accountable to. And it's usually better if this person has been in business. Now, don't go and say that your spiritual father is your business coach or business mentor. Yes, they can give you insights and idea, but then they might not exactly have the industry knowledge that you need. So just ensure that you have somebody that is very, very good in business that you can look up to, and then they have results. So they have results that speak for themselves, and you can just talk to them anytime. Anytime you have any question or anything, just make sure that you reach out to them. Then chase knowledge. One thing that has helped me very well, like it has helped me, is knowledge. And why I'm able to grow this fast, even in my business, because I know that we grew fast, right, is because even before I started my business, I had a lot of knowledge. So I'm this kind of person that I love books, and I had done a lot of things. I had worked in an advertising agency, and I knew how business worked, and I knew the important things, intricacies about business. So, and I really love knowledge because it makes me a step ahead. One way to stay ahead of people is to know what they don't know. That thing, they suits me die. Permit me to use pidgin, and I think that's really the main reason why I'm studying medicine, because medicine is so intricate, it is so complex that a lot of people, like not everybody can have the knowledge that you have. So when you are saying something about your head, I'm like, okay, I know what's happening, I know what is there, but then chase knowledge. I can't even attend classes, attend training, read books, listen to podcasts, go for training. It will set you apart. It will make you different. See, there's some people that have been in business for like 4 or 5 years, and they might not have gotten to the level I've reached now. And the difference is the knowledge that we have. So I know that when going into business, I should have a proper branding. I should have proper bookkeeping. I should know how to calculate my sales and profits, my percentage. See, in business, you will need knowledge, especially to stay profitable. To stay ahead of the curve, you will need knowledge. This now is a knowledge, right? This one that you're getting is knowledge, but you will need more in depth. There is sales and marketing, there is entrepreneurship, there is how to sell, there's how to choose customer right, there's how to come up with products that can change the world. There is a lot to know in business. See, if there is anything you would take out from this class, from this video, see, chase knowledge. To stay profitable, you have to chase knowledge. read books, listen to podcasts, go for training. Just chase knowledge. I don't know, maybe if you meet me after the class, after the session, and you are really, really interested in business, I can put you through and everything. So yeah, chase knowledge. Then another thing you want to do is to have community for support. Have a community for support. One thing that has helped me is having people that I can run to anytime anything goes wrong. So I have a community of, other business owners. I have community of people that understand what I'm going through. Community for support. I have people that understand what I'm going through and they can give me the support I need part-time. So your community might not be essentially business owners per se, because I have a friend that if anything is going on in my business, I can just run to him. And he's not a business person. He will just, tell me what to do. Maybe he just be like, maybe you should chill. Maybe you should calm down. Maybe you should just relax, right? Just have people that you can run to, because see, business is tough. It's tough. I won't even lie. It's so easy to give up, right? But then when you have your community, you'll be able to stay in the game for long. Then one point I never underestimate is the God factor. In my business, the God factor, it will give you directions. It will give you the product that you need, right? The product that will sell out fast, it will give it to you. It knows all things. It will strengthen you too. Like, I trust God for strength every time. So yes, God will strengthen you. Don't underplay the God factor in your business. If you want it to be profitable, don't underestimate the God factor at all. He knows all things. Trust him for guidance, ideas, and strategies. It will teach you how to now. It will teach you how to deal with that particular customer. See, pray to God. That's just pray to God. Trust God. Then my last words, remember that profitable business takes time and effort. Emphasis on that effort. Yes, your learning curve can be shortened if you have good mentors and all. Your learning curve can be shortened if you have good mentors and all, but that you have mentors does not mean that you will not put in the effort. So it requires a lot of effort, but with dedication and perseverance, you can turn whatever business idea you come with into a very, very profitable venture. And in the end, you'll be happy that you did it, because your business can even be one that makes people happy, can be the one that changes people's lives, and people just like, thank you for doing this, thank you. But then you have to put in the work. So be prepared to work. Be prepared to put in the work. And yes, it's question time. Who has any question?
Wow, wow, wow. What a nice delivery. Shortly before we go to the questions, I'm really, I don't even know what to say at first, but great one there. I really appreciate praise for actually referring me to you, and I wasn't in any way disappointed. Thank you so much. So shortly we'll be receiving questions. So if you have questions, can you please unmute yourself and go ahead and ask now? At least I'm expecting that we have like 40 questions. I also have my own question, oh, but I want I want people to ask your questions first. So we'll be going first.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening,
Good
Salimi. Please
evening,
go
man.
ahead.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. A lot really happened over here. Like, I have a great shift of mind. Mama, I have a question. Like, during the course of the teaching, you told us that that those things are quite deeper than just this than just some services. Like, I want you to give us some
Start again.
recommended tests on oh,
Can you start
good
again? I
evening,
didn't
ma.
hear your question. Good evening. How are
Okay,
you?
ma. I said I'm fine, ma. I said during the course of the teaching, you told us that we have to go deeper regarding some things that they are more than just surface
Yeah.
explanation. like you told us about some recommended tests, like you would like to give us some tests we can work on to get more knowledge. So I want you to help us to give us the recommended tests, ma.
Okay.
And this is my second question. And this is my second question, ma. When it comes to time management, because that's the major thing and that's the chief resources, ma, can you just give us more practical tips to manage our time, ma?
Oh, okay. Okay, is that all?
Thank you, ma. That's all, ma.
So let me just answer your question. Yes. Okay, so the first question, okay, I think you meant the areas that you like that you should go deeper in if you want to build a business. So one of the areas is branding, marketing. I don't know, just write down these topics, yeah. I will maybe come up with book recommendations later. But branding cannot be overemphasized in business. Branding, your marketing, your sales, how to make sales, how to make sales as a business owner, right? And then even customer relationship, like customer relations, and then growth, scaling the business. I think those are the topics I have for now. If I come up with any other one, I will share. But these four, I think, or five that I mentioned: sales, marketing, branding, customer relations, and scaling. They are very, very important when it comes to starting a business and making sure that it is scaling, it is growing and profitable. So that's your first question. Then the second question for time management. Okay, so I'm not sure anybody has this time management thing like gotten together, but it's just that some people are better than other people in managing time. So how do I manage my time? Every day before I go to sleep, I have a schedule of the things I want to do the next day. So yes, we are human beings. There are a lot of things that we want to do. We want to do this one, we want to do that one, we want to do, but then have priority. Have things that, okay, if I do this thing today, if I don't do this thing today, what will happen? If I do this thing another day, what is it going to cost me? So yes, I usually have a to-do list for every day. So I will say, okay, I want to read. Okay, let me just share how my schedule is like. Okay, I usually have my classes 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, right? And then some days my classes extend to like 4 p.m. Some other days
I have a question.
I have a
my
question
classes
too.
extend till just till like 12. So those days that
I have
extend till
a
12,
question.
I know that okay, I can still do something. Maybe I can maybe read for like 2 hours before going back home, because I know once I go back home, I will be swamped with business. So I just make sure that I read. What do you say? I will come to that. We'll come to that, please. So I just make sure that I am not less busy. And the thing is, we really don't have a time management problem, right? We just don't have focus. We lack focus, and it's very, very easy. We lack focus, and I think I can stop sharing my screen now. We lack focus, and it's just very easy to get distracted. And that distraction is what will waste our time. That distraction is what will waste our time. But then, what you want to do is every day you have things that you must do. For example, I know that this break now we're on break. I know that this is time for me to learn more and go deeper in learning, right? I make sure that every single day I read particular portions of books. I read my school books and I read my non-academic books. So whenever it's time for books like that, my phone is somewhere else, because it's so easy to waste time when we're on phone. And just see, the main problem is the phone. We get distracted easily. So I think you could have picked one or two things here. Make sure that whenever you're on your phone, you are focused. You have, of course, there are times to rest. There are times to rest. Like, for example, I give myself like 1 hour, 2 hours, even up to 3 hours sometimes if I'm feeling so good, you know, to just relax, be on my WhatsApp or somewhere. But other days, I know what I'm supposed to be doing part time. So it will help if you usually have to-do lists. You have a to-do list and you put your actions into time blocks. For example, you have study time 9 to 12, 12 to 2 I attend to customers online, maybe answer their inquiries, um note down their orders. Then 2 to 4 you go for production. I'm just saying what my typical day can look like. 2 to 4 you go for production. Orders that you have taken, just look for how you can produce them, because my work has to do with production. And then 6 to 7 you can take time out to relax. Just make sure that you are orderly, you are organized, because another cause for lack of focus is disorganization, and it will like impair your time management. So I hope that that helps. Just know what you're supposed to be doing part time, and that's where it will. Who is the next person with a question, please?
Good evening, ma.
Can I still be heard?
Yes. Good evening, ma. I have a question, ma.
Okay, good evening.
Yes, ma. Thank you very much for the teaching tonight. Thank you very much, ma. So, ma, my question goes thus.
You
We are
are
talking
welcome.
about we are talking about for people to engage more in our business, we need to have a very strong social media presence. So my question is that what are those things we can do?
Mm-hmm.
What steps can we take to build a very strong social media presence for our business? Thank you, ma.
Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is to have proper branding. You have proper branding, and that's why I said branding is the first thing that you want to go deep into. You can have a graphic designer brand your business for you and all of that, but you want to have a proper branding. And what does branding entail? Branding entails what people feel or perceive your business to be. So you can share people's perception of your business, and that is very, very important. So to have a very strong social media presence, you want to be consistent in showing up on social media. Instagram can be quite hard, and don't think your strong so no don't think the strength of your social media um relies mainly on the number of followers you have. The followers you have, do they engage with your content? Whenever you post, are they eager to see it? So one thing you want to do to have a strong social media is to provide value. As a business owner, always seek to provide value for your audience. It can be you teaching them maybe from an experience that you had personally now. It can be you teaching them how to use your product. It can be you teaching them why your product is important. Just provide value. Look for ways that you can provide value with people that come in contact with your page, even on WhatsApp, on Instagram. Seek to teach people, provide value, let people be excited to listen to you. That way, they're always looking forward to your post. And like that, you can have a strong social media presence. So always seek to provide value. Did I answer your question?
Yes, ma. You did, ma.
Okay, you're welcome. Who else has a question? Mr. Peter, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Sorry, I
Okay,
went
okay,
over at a
okay.
particular
So
point due to bad network, so I'm back now.
Okay. Who else has a question?
Okay,
Please,
if they don't have a question, I have two questions, please. And I think, can I go ahead?
Oh, yes, you can.
Okay, the first is
We can't hear you. Maybe you should type it so I'll read it out.
okay. I guess
You
my network
cannot hear
here
you.
is very, very slow. Hearing um I'm not hearing it as fast as I ought to, but nevertheless,
Peter,
I
please,
have
can you type? I can't hear you.
two questions, and I hope you hear me clearly. Okay, the first one is this: for for, for someone that does not really have the money to start the business, you've asked us. Oh,
See my network now.
okay,
Can
please.
everybody else hear me?
You can just go ahead. I can't. I can't. God.
If you can hear me, please. Mr. Peter, you can talk now. I think we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Oh, he's still breaking.
Ah, doubt it.
Does anyone else have network? Sorry, any question? While we wait for Mr. Peter to type his question. Nobody else has a question. So while we wait for, okay, somebody has one. Okay, if you don't want to speak, please feel free to type in your questions. Let's quickly do fast so we can leave here, right? So I can answer all questions. Okay, Mr. Peter wrote, how do you raise capital for your business? Okay, this is a rather interesting question. So while we have all the we have all the tips and tricks to to build a profitable business. How do we start? Where do we even start from? So I mentioned that you start small, right? And starting small doesn't have to be small, but then you just start from somewhere. So what I did was, I was very clueless when I started. I didn't know. I told you I didn't know about the deep things of business. So I just I put myself out there. So like I started making t-shirts, and then I made one or two. I made multiple just for my personal use, and then I started wearing them. and people were asking, how did you who made your t-shirts for me? I'm like, I made it myself. I made them, right? And the first payments that I got, like the person just believed in me and sent it. I mean, I was shocked and I was like, hey, God, I've collected somebody's money. How do I get this product done? So yeah, that's how I started. I like about 2, 3 people pre-ordered, and then I got their product then way long after that. I don't even want to go into that story. So yes, one way you can start is through a pre-order. But if you want to start through a pre-order, you have to build a proper brand so that people can even trust you, right? Not just design one very wacky flyer and then put pre-order. Nobody will buy. Nobody will buy. So one of the ways you can raise capital for your business is through a pre-order pre-order system. So how does a pre-order system work? You put your flyer, your products on a flyer, tell people what you do and all of that, and then you tell them to pay, and then tell them that at a scheduled delivery date you deliver it to them. So from what they pay, you take out the cost of production or the cost of getting those things, and you take out your profit. So that's how business can start. And business money is not to be spent. To business money is not your money. You will invest it into the business until you can pay yourself salary. And you can only know this by knowledge, right? That's why I say that knowledge is important. By knowledge, you know that it's very important that you put your profit at the beginning stage back into the business. And over time, you can increase what you pay to yourself at the end of the month or regularly as it serves you. So one way is through a pre-order system. Another way is maybe to save money for quite some time. Now, it can be your personal money. It should even be your personal money, because where else do you want to get money from unless you take loans? And I really don't know how that works, and I don't advise it. So you want to start saving. For example, if you're looking at getting starting a perfume business, which I tried starting the other time, you save. You might have to save up to like 20K, 30K, 40K. You give it to the supplier, the person supplies it to you, and you start selling. So it's just that saving can take a lot of time. And yes, your daddy can sponsor you to your parents. You can get funding for your business to start your business from your parents, but that does not mean you trust them to keep collecting money for your business from them. If you do that, your business will not grow. You are just depending on your parents and then stressing yourself to go through the business route, because you would have just collected the money from them and spent it in the first place. So from pre-order system, customers pay you, right? And then you take out your profits, and then you get whatever they want to them. Another thing is starting small. You save money up to some extent, and then you start your business. Then the other thing is can be from your parents, your families, and friends. So I think those are the 3 main ways students can start their businesses. Of course, there are many other ways. Some people go for funding, some people take loans, right? But then I don't really encourage loans for students, and I don't even encourage loans for if you want to start business, because business can go the other way and you might not be able to pay your loan. So yeah, I think I've answered that question. Another question in the chat box is, how do I manage delivery issues to other states that are not within my reach? Simple question. I use DHL. So like my business, I don't like stress. I don't like stress. I will tell you straight up, I use DHL for delivery because using bus drivers, it can be very stressful. For example, now I ordered something for my friend today, Abistins, and the driver got to Ife. I'm not around to take the delivery for my friend, and the man is saying he's not taking transfer. I don't know where he wants me to see cash from, but I don't know. The product is still with him up to now. I don't even know what will happen. So all those kind of stress, I try to avoid it as much as possible. And in Ife, yeah, we don't have GIG logistics, so we just go with what we have. That's DHL. So I use DHL for interstate deliveries. Of course, some people might want their order on the same day. um that like urgent deliveries, but then I will tell them that this one, no, it's on you. The delivery, whatever you go through is on you. I'll make it clear to them, because those drivers have a way of spoiling the image of your business. I hope that answered your question. Then the next question is, okay, Ma, can you give business ideas a student can venture into? So see, business ideas are everywhere. Business ideas are everywhere. So there's a product-based business and there's a service-based business. So as a student, you can say that you want to learn a skill and provide your services as a business. Graphic designing, photography, baking, that's catering and baking. You want to maybe help people set up their website. See, there are a lot. There are a lot there for product. Maybe you want to start selling clothes, shoes, bags, um, different things. Just make sure that you have it right. You have it right. Okay, now for example, if you notice that there's something that you want, like say you want kuli in your area, and there's no fresh kuli, there's no dope kuli, but you have a plug. Maybe you come from the north, that there's mad kuli, like there's kuli that everybody will want, right? You you can maybe tell your parents that live in the north to maybe see how you can be getting it in wholesale in this place and start selling. So you will make money. If you provide a solution to problems, you will make money. So I'm not exactly in that place to give you a specific idea, because idea are more. There are a lot of things you can do. I don't want to box you, right, by giving you ideas, but there are a lot of things you can do. See, this coaching thing, some people do it and they make money from it, bastard money. You can maybe make yourself very, 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 very proficient in an area and say that you want to start teaching people that thing. You can say that you want to be a biology teacher. They will not hold you and start making money if you brand it properly. So there are a lot of things that go into business. You can make money from anything as far as you get things right. You get your positioning right, you get your branding right, you get your unique selling points right, you get everything. You get your social media presence right. You can make money from anything. So yeah, I think that answered your question. It also depends on your interests. It depends on your interest. So explore yourself. What do you have? What do you like doing? See, I know somebody that she loves reading books, right? She loves reading books, and then she made a business out of it. Now she's not just selling books. She has a reading club where people pay to get into. So people pay her to read books that she's selling to them. Imagine. See, it just idea upon there. There are a lot of things you can make money from, right? So yeah, that's it about that question. Who else? Okay, this one. How do you turn your WhatsApp and IG audience into your customers and not viewers alone? I think I mentioned that provide value. Provide value. See, people love learning things. People love um people love anybody that gives to them first. So you give to them first, right? Or even attract them with freebies. So you can say that if you buy from me within now and next tomorrow, I will maybe give you something extra and everything. Don't run discounts to harm your business. There are lots of things to know about business, right? And this is just a foundation. So give them value, give them something that they will be able to come back and say thank you for. From there, they will put your business top of mind, that whenever they want to get something, you will be the first person. Because sometimes it's not only you that is selling what um what um what you are selling. So get your positioning right, give them value. By positioning, I mean how you establish yourself. Do you establish yourself as a mokekere, like a newbie, or you establish yourself as somebody who knows what they are doing? So people prefer to buy from whoever they feel knows who are doing what they are doing. See, let me give you a secret. Most of the time, I don't know what I am doing in this business. I don't know what I am doing, but when I come out there, I talk about my products, like I know exactly what it is. And people like, okay, all right, you're so good, well done. Look, I said, okay, all right, just come and buy. That's the thing. You might have to change some things. You will learn boldness. You will learn in this business thing. You cannot be shy. You cannot be shy, right? So yes, I think that's that about that. Give them value. Give them value first. Now, whenever they come to you, you'll be like, wow, I love everything about you. You keep teaching us things every day, and you'll be top of mind. The thing is, some people don't buy from you because you are not top of mind. They see your status, but then there is nothing to remember. There is nothing that draws them closer to you, right? So yes, I think that's that about that question. Then the second question is that is it advisable to continue posting one's product on one status without getting post though? It's just that you might have to change your strategy for posting, and it's very important. You people should not be posting, come and buy what I'm selling. I never do that. I never do that. It depends on your product. You post your product in a way that it will be attractive. People will feel left out by not buying from you, right? Don't come and buy what I'm selling. Don't come and say buy what I'm selling. That's what every other person is doing. You can tell a story. Okay, you can say, okay, for example, if you sell chin chin, you just be like, you guys, you will not believe what happened to me today. I was hungry. I went out and I was hungry. I did not know what to do. And I remember that I have the best chin chin in the world inside my bag. That's how I started eating. And I was happy. My mood improved. See, people be like, eh? So ordinary chin chin has this power. See, just put anything. Now, this does not mean that you should lie about your product, right? Be honest, be very true. But then don't just put your business out there just because you wake up early in the morning, you post like 20 pictures of your business. No, entertain people, give people what they need, chook your products inside, right? You can maybe put Sabino's picture or meme or things that make people laugh, insert your changing picture. It will stay on top of their mind. It will stay on top of their mind. And people might not buy from you immediately, but be consistent. For example, how many days ago? 2 days ago, I had a doctor message me. So this doctor, I've only met her once, right? And she's in Ekiti state, she's in another state. And then she messaged me that she wants to get some products from my brand, Kiniko, blah, 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 blah. I've not posted my business in like 2 weeks now because we are on break, because like we're not in school and everything. But then she knew when she was ready to buy, she came to me. So don't stop posting, please. Don't stop posting. It's just that you change your strategy for posting. Don't post, come and buy what I'm selling. I've not eaten since yesterday. No, don't post. See, make people feel left out by not buying from you. That's like the best strategy. Make people feel like, and I'm supposed to buy from this girl, and I'm supposed to buy from this man. See, even if they don't have money, they will look for that money to come and buy from you. Let me tell you, if you make them feel like they are missing out, if you make them feel like this is the best thing in the world, don't just establish your product as the same thing that everybody's selling, right? Make people feel left out. And they might not have the money to buy immediately, but eventually they will save up the money and buy. Appeal to their emotions. People buy with emotions and then they justify it with logic. There was one time I bought I think 8,500 naira shoe. I didn't have the money at the point, but then I took a screenshot. We not only screenshot, but we also buy. So when I was ready to buy, I went to the vendor and I told her this is what I wanted, and I was looking at myself that at this money, it's always guys to eat because I like food a lot, but I know I love the shoe because of how the vendor had made me feel about not having the shoe, right? And I bought it. When the shoe now came, I was not talking to myself like, why did you buy this thing? So yes, make people feel, and then don't go and supply them scam. Don't supply them scam. Then the third question: how does one manage customers who always ask for products and says he or she will get back to us without doing so, even after reminding those customers? See, it happens a lot. I even do it too, right? something comes up to my mind, a vendor goes to mine, and I'm like, I'll come back. I don't have the money. I'm not looking forward to buying it, but then I just want to have a price in a see, understand that things are hard. While God will give you the best customers, right? Just be patient with them. Be patient with them and focus on what is working. Focus on you making your product better. Focus on you attending to people that are already buying from you. Focus on giving out the best value possible. They will come back. And if they don't come back, it's their loss. To be very honest, it is their loss, right? That they are not buying from you. Make them feel like it is their loss. So, yes, I think I've answered that question. Who else has a question?
Okay.
I'm waiting for also.
Please, if you have a question, please ask now. And can we all hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, thank God. So please, if you have a question, please drop it now. Our time is fast spent, and most of us are some of us have gone online actually, because I think we during the middle of the meeting I checked and we're about 25. Now we're about 16 or thereabout. So I guess we no longer have any question, do we? Okay. Okay. I don't think we have any question. And please, I don't even know where to start thanking Miss Dumomi from. She has shared so much value, and please, you can screenshot her. You can see she's giving you premium access now to have access to her. Please, you can screenshot our social media handles. I can see our IG, Twitter, WhatsApp, and YouTube. Please do well to connect with her, and you can patronize the Helio brand too, sincerely. I'm still looking forward to the day I will patronize the Helio brand. I think I personally have one of our products with me, and today it's still one of my best merch. I still wear that's the TEDx LaTeX merch, and sincerely, it's very 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 superb, very very okay. So thank you very much for tonight. I really do not regret bringing Miss Dumomi to talk to us today. I personally learned a lot because I'm a business minded person too, and I tell people for you to cause a change, you need two major things. The first thing is God, and the second thing is money, and that's how we are treating money, and that's why we are treating business, because business will eventually bring you money. So I think that will be all for tonight, and I just want to thank everyone for being a part of tonight's meeting. And